Yay! Here, Volandino the astronaut from the orbit of Mars to take you on a little recap of a historical magnificent landing of SN15 and the Starship prototype, and we're gonna do a little recap and also provide some interesting information about it all. So let's go beyond with Starship and SN15. Let's do it!
Volandino, where are you? Do you copy?
Sorry, I'm busy.
Reply,
I
please.
cannot go back now, sorry.
Let's go, Volandino.
I got something to do.
Where have you gone? I repeat.
Well, I just... because...
Come back, Volandino.
I wanna go beyond. I wanna go beyond. I wanna go beyond. I wanna go beyond. Yes, they did it. Starship did it, SN15 did it, and we're all so excited because 19 years after SpaceX was founded, the prototype that will eventually take Earthlings to Mars and beyond did a magnificent landing. We're all so excited. I'm bringing you this video is Volandino the astronaut and the host of the Science and Tech podcast Beyond, and from today also providing commentary about the Starship operations and other exciting space news. And I want to give a big shout out to other YouTube channels that give fantastic commentary about Starship operations, like the Everyday Astronaut with Tim Dodd, the NASA Spaceflight channel and team, the Angry Astronaut channel, the What About It channel, or the Lab Padre streams. They are all amazing, and I encourage everybody to subscribe to their channels. And as for myself, I'll be providing my own little contribution that I hope will be original, entertaining. I'll also be providing interesting animations and other original material. And if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel and like the video, so on and so forth. And today we'll be doing a quick recap of this historical landing of SN15 from Boca, Chica, Texas. Eventually, Starship may also launch from Kennedy Space Center. At the moment, it's all from Boca Chica, Texas, beautiful Boca Chica, Texas, soon to be called also Starbase. And we're looking at this incredible, magnificent 15-story building vehicle, 50 meters tall and 9 meters in diameter. We are looking at the launch pad with the venting coming off the spacecraft, and those beautiful three Raptor engines that are soon gonna launch the spacecraft to the skies. And as the spacecraft goes up, we will be reflecting about some of the aspects of this incredible system. So there is the countdown going down as the three Raptor engines that combine methane and oxygen do this powerful mix that propels right now the beautiful Starship to the skies. We will see it break through the very low position, the layer of clouds. There is a funny bird that was saying hello, and the view from the camera in the spacecraft itself as the spaceship with the three Raptor engines breaks through the clouds on the way up. Now, what really makes Starship, the whole operation, so incredible is that, for many years we have been looking at many organizations, or a few organizations, doing very slow, incremental, very careful steps, very little progress, and then suddenly comes SpaceX and Starship and they say, let's do it all at once. Let's do a system that is reusable fully. Let's do a system that can refuel in orbit. Let's do a system that can go interplanetary and bring a very large capacity, 100 metric tons or more, to other planets. Let's do a system as well that is going to use new types of rockets, new types of engines, Raptor engines that go beyond other previous possibilities. And most important of all, most importantly, let's do this doing quick prototyping and rapid iteration. This is the key, because, my friends, we are living in the age of agile. We are living in the age of rapid prototyping and quick iteration. And this is where SpaceX is. And of course, doing rapid prototyping and quick iteration in the space industry is not easy. We're dealing with these massive vehicles. You need a competent and professional team, and SpaceX got that team. And that's why they are doing what should be done in the age of agile development. They are doing quick prototypes, rapid iteration, learning quickly about the things that don't work perfectly, and and moving swiftly. And we're also impressed and enjoying so very much. So Now, when people say that, and by the way, SN15 had a lot of improvements, up to 100 improvements. Elon Musk said about in comparison with the previous prototypes. For example, improvements in the avionics suit, in the propellant architecture in the aft skirt, and the new Raptor engine design and configuration. So lots of improvements in these latest prototypes. Now, when people say that up to 100 metric tons or even more of capacity can be in this beautiful spacecraft, let's really visualize what this means, you know. So 100 metric tons is like 100,000 kilograms. Now let's look, for example, at the Earth. The Earth, my friends, weighs around 5,940 billion metric tons. Okay, but now look at this. A 70 feet blue whale weighs 100 metric tons. So you could put a massive 70 feet blue whale inside the spaceship, okay, inside the Starship. Now, an empty Boeing 757 plane weighs 57 metric tons. So you could put a couple of Boeing 757s inside the Starship. Now look at this. An Acrocanthosaurus, a type of dinosaur, weighs 6.8 tons, okay? So you could put a large family of dinosaurs, okay, inside the Starship on the way to Mars. And now something more practical, water, okay? 3,000 US gallons of water weighed 11 metric tons. So if you had 10 people, 2 liters of water per day, they could have water for more than 1.5 years with what you could put in 100 metric tons. Or if you had 100 people, they could get water for more than 55 days. And of course, if you used like recycling, this could go even longer. Of course, we need to emphasize that these 100 metric tons or more have to account for the fuel, the cargo, and the people, etc., etc. Okay, they have to account for everything. And of course, you could launch from Earth, you could refuel in orbit, blah blah. But you have to take into account everything. All right, so the spacecraft is arriving to the apogee. And once it reaches the 10 kilometers, begins to go down, and we arrive to the incredible belly flop maneuver, an operation that had never been done before, in which, okay, the 3 engines had been switching down gradually on the way up, and now they are completely off, and the spacecraft is going to do a flip. It's going to become horizontal, and it's going to go down horizontally down. Why is it doing this belly flop? Why? Because by doing the belly flop, the spacecraft, by being horizontal, is going to provide a lot of resistance against the atmosphere. It's going to provide a lot of drag to slow down, to get rid of speed and velocity. Okay, so we're saving a lot of propellant. What an incredible view from the camera on the flap of the Starship. Incredible. Okay, so we are losing speed, we're losing velocity because we're having all this drag because of the horizontal position of the spacecraft. Okay, so we save propellant, we save fuel, and we go down horizontal until we're very close to the landing pad. And when we are pretty close to the landing pad, we are gonna switch on again some of these rocket engines. Today is gonna be 2. We thought it would be 3, but it's gonna be 2. And then the Starship will right itself up again. It will become vertical again and land softly. An incredible operation, this belly flop operation that saves a lot of fuel and slows down the spacecraft in a very natural way, taking advantage of the aerodynamics of the drag with the atmosphere. We see all the shifting and all the movements as it's going down horizontally. It is absolutely stunning. It's absolutely beautiful, and we see all the venting as well. And now here comes the moment in which the 3 Raptor engines, 2 of them are going to light up. There you see 2 Raptor engines light up and slowly became vertical again, and it's gonna do a very beautiful, soft, magnificent, incredible, amazing touchdown of Starship. There we go. We see the dust cloud taking over the environment. We'll see a thermal blanket maybe catching a little bit of fire in there on the right. And as the dust cloud moves away, we see the incredible, historic, magnificent SN15 standing proud on the landing pad. We see the venting from the spacecraft and a little fire right on the side below. But this is probably a methane leak. This is not unusual because they are still refining the configuration of the internal spaces. But after a few minutes, that fire got completely extinguished, unlike what happened with SN10. And we got a perfectly landed, incredible, historic, magnificent SN15, ladies and gentlemen. And now we can let our imagination fly. We can imagine what's going to happen in those 100 metric tons, because SpaceX is planning to provide private cabins inside. Private cabins, yes indeed. Also large common areas for people to gather together. Also storage for everybody, centralized storage, and also shelters for solar storms, and also galleries for viewing the magnificent universe around us. But you can imagine that once Starship becomes like stable and settled in the program, becomes all settled, a lot of people will come up with incredible suggestions and plans and proposals to use that internal space in very original and imaginative ways. Because you have to think that we will have large groups of people spending a lot of time within this space, so you'll have space for the utilities and the functionality that is important, but you also need some space for relaxation, maybe for entertainment. This is gonna be fascinating. I'm planning to do some videos about really what's gonna happen within these internal spaces of Starship, right? This is gonna be just incredible. It's gonna be really fascinating. And yeah, we'll have more about this very soon. Alright, so that's it for today as we contemplate the magnificent historic vehicle that will allow our civilization and our beautiful humanity and the inhabitants and earthlings, the inhabitants of Earth, to become an interplanetary civilization. Well, we enjoy, we really become emotional, and we dream with the next steps. And the next steps, by the way, SN16 is almost ready for test fire. SN17 is being completed. And of course, the orbital tower is being built. And the target July date for the first orbital launch is being as well planned and potentially prepared. And we know that SN15 may be relaunched in a few days as well. Maybe. So, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe, like this video, and I hope to see you soon again. Greetings from the orbit of Mars, Volandino, the astronaut. Very happy to meet you here. All the best. Go SpaceX, go Starship. Let's go to Mars and beyond. Let's do it. Yes.
I wanna go beyond. I wanna go beyond. I wanna go beyond. I wanna go beyond. I wanna go beyond.